guys, so I've already started by moisturizing my face and applying my under eye moisturizer as well. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my eye makeup. So I'm gonna take my Milani eyeshadow primer and start with that first. Now if you're pressed for time, you don't really have to put this on, but it just makes your eyeshadow last a little bit longer. So now that we've primed our eyes, we can go ahead and apply an eyeshadow, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. So for me, I like to use the All That Glitters from MAC. It's a really neutral, shimmery pink eyeshadow or light beige eyeshadow. I find that it just gives you enough of a shimmery look that it's just pretty and neutral. So this is my to-go eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over my eyelid. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I haven't had my eyebrows done in quite a long time. I just had a baby like a month and a half ago, so it's a little hard for me to leave the house whenever I want to, so don't mind that, okay? So now that we have our eyeshadow on, we're gonna go ahead and line our eyes. So here I'm using the Milani eyeliner pencil. I find it's just easy. You don't have to be super neat when you're applying this. Now if you've got some time, you can definitely put something into your crease, or like what I do is I put it right above my crease. And I use this eyeshadow right here. It's called Burgundy x9 eyeshadow palette from MAC. And I just use that one there just because it's light, but it's kind of a neutral shade as well. And I'm just applying that right into, or I should say right above my crease. My favorite mascara of all time is this Voluminous mascara from L'Oreal. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have like areas where there's no hair. So for whatever reason, I'm going through this phase with my eyelashes, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So now we've applied the mascara, you can go ahead and stop here in terms of your eye makeup look. Or like myself, you can apply some falsies just to give you a little bit more. If you've got no time, I would just go ahead and just stop right there with the mascara. Hey guys, so now that I have my falsies on, we can go ahead and put on our foundation. So what I like to use is Coverfx. For those that don't know what it is, it's got crazy coverage, so this is what I like to use for my under eye dark circles. I find that it works so well, and I always end up, you know, coming back to Coverfx even though I've tried so many different foundations. I find that this, you know, works really well for me. So let's go ahead and put this on. And I am using my fingers for this. So I'm actually using this kind of like a concealer slash foundation as well. I'm just dragging it right down and making a triangle type shape. I find that, you know, it doesn't look as obvious that you're putting on concealer. And make sure that, you know, you're not just putting it right around the areas that you have darkness. You want to kind of pull it down a little bit more. So I put on about 3 layers. That's what I kind of find helps to cover my dark circles. Now I'm going to put some of this foundation slash concealer on the bridge of my nose, a little bit up top here. I'm kind of using it like a foundation. Again, I'm using my fingers and just patting it right on. These areas especially, right in my T-zone, I have a lot of pigmentation, so that's the area that I'm kind of gonna pat on a little bit more. So now that we've got our foundation on, we can go ahead and use our beauty blender just to make things a little bit more smoother and more flawless. So what we're going to use next is the blotting powder by MAC. I find this works well with this foundation. Although I have puffiness as well, it doesn't make it look as obvious. I've tried other powders too to sort of pair it together, and this I find works the best. And I'm actually going to use the powder sponge thing that it comes with, only because I find it's easy to use and it's quick. And I'm just gonna pat it right under my eyes here, especially. You never want to spread it or wipe away. That way, you know, you're getting a more cleaner look and you're not moving the foundation that you just put on your face. MAC's blotting powder doesn't have a whole lot of pigment to it, but it does help to sort of bring the foundation more into a neutral tone. So now that we've set our foundation with a powder, we can go ahead and contour. So I'm using the Colourpop sculpting stick, feels like a tongue twister, to contour. And I usually don't contour if I'm in a rush, but because I just had a baby, I find that my cheeks kind of need it. So let's do that. Again, I'm not being super picky about it. So now that we've contoured, let's go ahead and put on some blush. So for the blush, I'm using Clinique's Cupid in 108. It's my to-go blush. I find that it's just a soft pink. So now that we've applied our blush, let's go ahead and put on some lipstick. My favorite to-go lipstick is this Rimmel Lasting Finish by Kate lipstick in 104. It's just a pretty pink. I've gone through so many of these. For whatever reason, every time I go to Walmart to get one of these, people have either stuck their fingers in it or it's just gone. So it must be a really popular color. So there you have it. This is the finished look. Like I said, it's my everyday to-go, you know, look. It's super easy, and it generally doesn't take me that long to do, usually about 10 minutes, if anything, without the falsies, of course. I forgot to mention that I hardly ever do my eyebrows, so if that's something that you like to do, go ahead and add that to your routine as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe if you haven't already. It truly means a lot to me. We'll see you next time. Bye.